Hello, hello, beloveds, and happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Wanted to take a moment to tune in and turn on with you and share a little insight, share a little love, a little guidance and support as we go through such an amazing time. Hey, beloveds, thanks so much for tuning in. And so, by now, many of us are feeling some of the huge shifts and are really anchoring in our magic and our energy. And what I mean by that is we're really starting to pay attention to our inner self, to our inner our deepest relationship, which is with ourselves, right? And so what we're feeling is truly this activation. Who's feeling it? If you're feeling it, I would love to see some hearts. And so now more than ever, we have to be tuned in and turned on. How different are we now than we were last year? I know completely, I feel like a totally different person. Like from this New Year's to New Year's feels completely different. Hey Shadana, hey Shelby, I see you, Divine Empress. Thank you so much for tuning in. And so because we have all of this different energy, because we feel different, we've had loss, we've seen things, what we've really done is really get to know ourselves better. And even some of the parts of us who, that we haven't wanted to know. How many of you feel like you know yourself better? And this is truly what it means to know yourself. I know for sure for myself, even to know myself. And it's not the self, oh, what I like, what I don't like. It's truly the inner self. What does trigger me? What are their triggers? How can I heal a trigger so there is no more trigger? We have to know. We have to go into ourselves, and then we also have to then go deeper into our ancestral. And this is why having a spiritual practice is so important, so we can connect not just to ourself, but beyond ourself, to our higher self, and beyond that, to our ancestors who are always giving us insight and inspiration. Call them ancestors, call them angels, archangels, ascended masters, orishas, call them whatever it is, but you can't access that higher energy and vibration if your mind is not in, and not in alignment. You know what I'm saying? And so many of us have taken a huge spiritual journey into ourselves. And this is how we've been actually waking up. Many of us have been waking up, which is why there is a surge in spirituality. If you take a peek, I just posted the last piece, an open letter that I wrote to the woo-woo community. And I've talked about this in the past. And, as more and more Black and Indigenous people of color come back into their own traditional spirituality, how is it that our practices and our things are seen as dark and evil, and yet woo-woo, which is, taken from all of our traditions, seen as love and light? And so, I've seen a surge in African spiritual traditions. I've seen a surge in more people really connecting at a deeper level to traditional, spirituality practices and, ancestral studies. And so, you know, where is the distinction? Where is the distinction between what is love and light and what is perceived as dark and evil? And so I just share a little insight there. So please take a peek at it. The link is in bio so you can read that open letter to the woo-woo community. Because you know what? For many of us, our spiritual practice is not something we do. It is something we become. Like my spiritual practice isn't just about doing something. It is a part of me. It is not even considered a routine. It's not something, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do that. No, it is my ritual, and so altar practice, ritual, connecting to my higher self through my meditation and prayer and breath work, body movement, all these different things, these are the things that support this relationship that we have with ourselves. How else can we know our own body if we don't move it, if we don't talk to it? How else can we know our higher self if we don't know our shadow self? You know what I'm saying? So, we have to do this deeper work. And that's why next week, actually starting on Monday, and I've got something goody for you, so please stay to the end. So, actually starting on Monday, is the Manifest Your Magic mini retreat to get you ready for the new year. And we're also going to celebrate that last full moon in Cancer together, which is an amazing full moon energy full of magic. And there actually won't be any full moon in Cancer, my sign, all of 2021, because this year started in Cancer and it's ending in Cancer. So you see there's a bookend there. And so, learning how to anchor your space and your place. Many of us think, oh, you just sage and do this, but sage just purifies. How do you dispel negative energy? How do you cleanse your home, right? So many people think they know what they're doing because they saw something on YouTube, but there is a deeper connection. And then two, with the rituals. Why do you create a ritual? Start to look at your routines even as rituals. Like I said, spiritual practice isn't a practice for me anymore. It truly is a lifestyle. It truly is. Even my husband, he's just like, oh, that's her thing, And so we've got to, look at some of the things our ancestors have left us. Just last week, they discovered 100 or so, and skeletons in a burial here in Mexico City. And so all of these new things are being unearthed because our ancestors want us to have access to this information that we have lost touch with. This is why there is a surge of it, because we need it now. And that's what the Age of Aquarius is all about. And so we're going to be diving more and more into that. And so I want to invite you, beloveds. I've got something special for you. And so stay tuned. Very special Christmas gift is coming up for you. And so if you are not in the community, this is your time to join. The link is in the bio. We've got a very special gift for you, so you don't want to miss it. So please join the community. And again, beloveds, I invite you to read this open letter to the woo-woo community. And I leave you with this question. How has your spiritual practice changed this year in 2021 or in this year of 2020? And what will you be harnessing, reclaiming? What are you bringing in to 2021, or what new thing? For me, for sure, it's learning more about my history, about African spirituality, about my ancestry, even here in Mexico, diving into that, seeing who I can find, and learning to scuba dive. Hopefully, finally, this will be the year that I can learn to scuba dive. I want to get out there and play with the whales and dolphins. So what about you, beloveds? What are you calling in for this year of personal freedom? That is what it stands for, 2021. And so I'm sending you so much love and light. Time for me to get in there and start making some veggie lasagnas for my familia, and keeping up with some other things. But yeah, next week's going to be a hot week. And so we've only got 9 days left in this year. Yeah, 9 days. So how are you ending it, beloveds? Be intentional, be connected, and be blessed. I send you so much love and light from my family to yours, beloveds. Peace and blessings.